How's it? Welcome back to the channel. So let's talk a bit about moving our physical eyes around while we're in the hypnagogic space. And for me, I'm taking this more for like the beginning stages of hypnagogia and its potential uses. So this topic came up because I had a great comment come in on one of my recent posts where this guy was commenting who's obviously quite experienced with the practice, and he was talking about the different effects having your eyes in different positions has on your perceived blackness behind your closed eyes. Now for me, when it comes to paying attention to what my physical eyes are doing, that's something I specifically stopped paying attention to like a long time ago. Like I'm really kind of trying to forget about what my physical eyes are doing, and whatever it is I'm witnessing, I want to be watching it with more, like my mind's eye or my third eye instead. However, after reading this comment, I thought, man, this is really interesting. I should go ahead and give this a try and really try to pay specific attention to what my physical eyes are doing. Before getting to that, though, I thought I would go ahead and read some of his comments. So he wrote, I realized I can experiment with 3 basic orbit positions during hypnagogic lucid dream or OBE induction. Number 1, looking straight ahead as if I were seated watching TV, eyes closed, of course. Pros, extremely vivid blackness and its nuances. Cons, may keep/induce some level of alertness, therefore preventing one from properly relaxing. And I gotta say, for me, when I was looking straight ahead, I didn't really notice it make it any harder for me to go ahead and relax. 2, looking down, eyes pointed slightly downwards. Pros, good perception of blackness, less physical awake resemblance, provides a better sense of relaxing. Cons, still a little sensitive position, may take a while to release some unnecessary muscular tension related to the orbits. And so this whole muscular tension thing is really the main reason why I tried to stop paying attention to what my physical eyes were doing, because once it would kind of get stuck in my head, like the thought would get stuck in my head, the physical uncomfortableness of it would get stuck in my head, and it would just really stress my eyes out and end up sucking. So that's the main reason why I try to forget about my physical eyes. As a little side note, if your eyes are feeling like that, something that can help pretty good is you rub your hands together to get them nice and warm, and then you just kind of like cup your eyes like that, and it's good to kind of go ahead and get them relaxed. And then we have 3, upwards looking into the skull. Pros, most relaxing position, release ocular muscular tension almost immediately. And now that kind of surprised me, because to me it felt like when I was looking up, that kind of stresses my eyes out more and kind of makes them the most uncomfortable. So maybe I was looking like too high up. I tried to go ahead and Google it because, he wrote that so confident. I'm like, man, I don't know. Is that really how it is? Because it feels to me like my eyes want to rest, down in center. Like maybe that's because my head's on a pillow, so like gravity. But I feel like even though I'm lying flat, they seem straight ahead or maybe down center, if nothing else. So I did look it up. And so I was finding some things online to say when you close your eyes do tend to roll up a little bit, like some kind of like safety mechanism. But after my eyes are closed for any period of time, it feels like that up position isn't the most comfortable. But so that was the pros. And then the cons, sense of blackness is somehow compromised. One may feel a change in the way sight operates. Blackness looks different, rather difficult to perceive upcoming images, flashes, forms, shadows, etc. All right, so to get to that too, when I was looking up, I didn't really notice any difference in, trying to perceive any flashes or images or these hypnagogic signs popping up. But anyway, after going through that, I went ahead and that night I was I'm going to lie down, I'm going to go to sleep, and I'm going to specifically focus on what my physical eyes are doing while I'm entering and getting into the hypnagogic space. And what I realized is my eyes move around a whole lot more than I thought. Maybe I was thinking about it too much, but like in the early stages, or kind of just like waiting for these hypnagogic images to come up as I'm kind of like, looking around the non-uniform pitch blackness to find some inconsistencies to lock my awareness to. When I was going through that, I found my eyes were actually moving around quite a bit. Like if I saw like a soft diffuse spot on the top, I would kind of like look up towards it a little bit, or at least point my attention there like mentally. So maybe I'm not sure if my eyes were actually moving, but it kind of felt like they were. Or if I see it down on the bottom, I kind of put my attention there, kind of felt like my eyes were following it some too. But nonetheless, so I think I have said in previous videos that like I really try not to move my eyes around a lot. I don't think they move. But after doing this little experiment, I think they actually do move in the beginning stages. However, once these images start really popping up, especially once they get like full screen and they're covering basically everything you can see, like you're right up close to like a big full screen TV. Once I got to that point, I felt like my physical eyes were basically out of it, and I was just focusing on everything with my third eye or mind's eye instead. But anyway, that was a really great question. Thanks for sending that in. And until the next video, keep your hypnagogia practice legit.